Okay, this is the Erdnase color change. You take a card and you give it a rub and it changes into a different card. So let's talk about the method behind that. Okay, so here's how this color change works. You're going to hold the deck face up, and basically what's happening is you're switching out the card at the very bottom of the deck for the card beneath it. Okay, so here's how you do it. You're going to display the card like so, and with your right hand, you're going to turn the palm down, and I'll go more in detail in a second, but here's basically what's happening. I'm subtly pushing forward this card, the Ace of Diamonds in this case, just a little bit, maybe about that much, and then with the palm of my hand, right around here, I'm contacting the card underneath it and sliding it backwards, okay? So I'm sliding it backwards, and then I'm going to continue to slide it backwards until it clears. Eventually, the front edge of that card is going to clear the top card. And at this point now, I can continue to move that hand forward as I push the card back flush with the deck, and it makes it look like a nice color change. Okay, so let me break that down in a little bit more detail now. So the first thing that you want to make sure you do is you want to make it really subtle that you're pushing this card forward. You don't want to make it obvious, because then it's just a giveaway to tell that something is happening. Okay, so the way to do this is you display the card, and then in the motion of turning your right hand palm down, that's when you out jog that card. Okay, so I go from here, and then as I turn my hand palm down, I'm contacting the top right corner area of the card with my pinky. Okay, so my pinky is what is pushing this card forward, and I do it in the motion of turning my hand palm down. Okay, so I go from here to here. Okay, and as you practice it more and more, you're going to be able to do it with less of an out jog. But for now, that's a pretty good amount, half an inch or maybe even close to an inch. And so I go from here to here. And now, if your palm is really dry, like there's not much moisture, you might have a hard time sliding this card out. Okay, so you want to have a little bit of moisture on your palm. If you might want to put some lotion there, or normally it's not a problem. But if you do find that as a problem, then if you're having a hard time pulling that card out, then it might just be that your hand is too dry. Okay, but normally it shouldn't be an issue. You're going to contact that card with your palm, and you're going to casually slide it out. Okay, now you want to make sure that when these two cards clear, because you're going to continue to move back until this card beneath it clears, you don't want to make a clicky sound like that. Okay, you don't want a really obvious audible clicky sound, so you want to remove it, or you want to slide it back in such a way that the cards remain kind of parallel to each other and it doesn't create that click. All right, once you have cleared, now your hand is covering the card like this, so your hand remains completely flat, and you just want to maintain it in a natural position. Okay, once it clears, here's what you're going to do. You're just going to continue to move it forward. At the same time, your first finger is pushing this card back and making it square with the deck. Okay, so you go like this. Okay, now I also like to bring in a little bit of motion into it. So after I've cleared the two cards, as I do the actual change, I don't just do this, right? That doesn't look as magical. What I want to do is something more like this, where after I bring the card forward, I kind of almost rub the card. I'm making it look as if the card changes in the process of just giving it a little rub with my fingers. Okay, so you want to do a nice magical gesture, making it look more magical. All right, now you can also do this color change from a face down deck. You start off by doing a double lift, and now you're in the exact same position to do the Erdnase color change. And then to clean up, you can just turn that double back face down, and then at this point you could do another change if you want, or you can just end right there. But this is a really versatile color change. It's quite popular. It's been around for a really long time, and it can look very, very magical, and it's just a great color change to do.